All right, what's going on, everybody? We usually put these videos up on every week, and being as though I don't have a case this week, I can't say that. I just had a call come in, so we are going to end up booking this week, but don't have a lot of details on it right now. But I wanted to take an opportunity while I've got my lovely mama here to get kind of a mom's perspective on this addiction thing and interventions and how it's changed her life. And it's been a long time ago, almost 11 and a half years ago, since you sat in a probation officer's office and was willing to let me go to prison and never see my kids again if I didn't go to treatment. And while my mom was here, she's here visiting me and spending the night with me tonight. And I'd say about 12 years ago, you never saw this coming, did you? You never saw that this would be a thing, did you?
No, I did not. It was the last ditch effort with you, and I did not know where it was going to end up. Very scary because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. As a mom, you pray and you hope, and you just do the best you can, and you leave it to the professionals.
You thought I was a gentleman addict. Remember you telling me that?
Yes. Yes.
I thought I was a gentleman addict too. I was a gentleman crack addict. If there ever is such a thing.
I don't know. That was amazing. You go into something like that, and it's just so foreign to anything as a parent that you've known before. You don't know what to do, and so basically everything you do is wrong. It's not helpful to you. It helps the addict continue in their addiction, but of course you don't know that as a parent because you've never experienced it before.
Because our role as parents is to keep our loved ones safe and keep them from harm and keep them from experiencing pain. And you allowed me to see my kids just enough to where I still felt like I was being a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
You kept the business going. I'd come in there and hustle you for money, hustle you for checks, hustle you for this, hustle you for that. You let me live with you. Got a house down the road so you could, keep your eye on me, keep me safe.
Yeah, when I look back at that, it was like, I look at myself and I say, you must have been crazy. Who buys a house for their crack-addicted son to live in?
Right.
That's not anywhere near on the spectrum.
Right.
But you're desperate. You're absolutely desperate. You will do anything. And you had a child, and a very young child, and so I had to be able to keep my hand on that child so that nothing no harm came to him. It was like walking a tightrope.
And Mom, a lot of families that I work with, most families that I work with now, their big fear on the front end of the phone call and up until the intervention and even during the intervention is that their loved ones are going to be angry at them and it's going to destroy the relationship and things will never be right and they'll be so mad. And that just didn't happen, did it? I was mad for a long time while I was in treatment. While I was in treatment, I was mad, but I was mad at everything. I was mad at air in treatment. It wouldn't have anything to do with my mom. I play a victim, and when we're, in the grips of addiction and on coming out of addiction, we play a victim really well. And if I'm gonna play a victim, there's got to be a villain, and I'm gonna make those that I'm closest to and those that love me the most the villain. And I didn't want to accept responsibility, and I didn't want to be held accountable for the actions that I did. And but as recovery set in, and as kind of treatment and recovery took hold, our relationship is great today, right?
Oh yeah,
You
it's
know,
wonderful.
and we were talking before we did this video. You know, talking about what to say, or you know, you didn't know what you were going to say or how it was going to come along, but something you shared was that it'd been years since you've even thought about it.
Yes, yes, and that has really been a joy. I never thought that, that I would say that, um, because it was very, very difficult to go through it. Um, but I think one of the things that we absolutely did right was send you so far away, um, to Texas. And so we couldn't talk with you all the time. We couldn't see you. You couldn't communicate with us other than letters. And so that gave us time to get ourselves straightened out, and confront all the things that we had done that were wrong and they were not helpful to you at the time. But who has this kind of experience? I don't know.
Right. And it started because you got your work done.
Mm-hmm.
You went and got some work done around enabling me and codependency. And that's when the game changed for me.
Mm.
You know, I knew that the ship of mom's enabling had sailed long before I stopped using. My mom changed the way she did business with me, and I had one holdout left, and that was Dad. You know, and when I went to treatment, when I got on that airplane that day from that intervention, I knew that pulling the wool over your eyes was over. I knew that, but I still thought I had an ace in the hole with Dad for the next couple months. And when I walked out of treatment, when I left in the middle of the night and said, "To hell with this, I'm coming home and go to prison. I can't do treatment," and I called Dad the next day. It was Dad I called. It wasn't you.
Mm-hmm.
But you changing what you did changed Dad. And Dad told me, he said, "You can sit down there on the streets of Austin." He said, you're not even coming back to Virginia."
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
my thought
right.
was, I'm sitting at that payphone on Lamar Boulevard in Austin, Texas, sitting there looking like somebody kicked my dog. and I'm like, he can't keep me out of the state of Virginia. That's where my delusion was, But I wouldn't be here today, Mom, if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be able to do the job that I do if it wasn't for you. And it was because you changed what you did. And you were willing to not rob me of an experience I needed to have. And it was the greatest gift you could have ever given me. It really was,
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for you. And there's just, I would be dead today. I would not be alive today.
Right.
I mean, they wouldn't have kept me in prison long enough to save my life.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't, that wouldn't have been a thing. I would be dead today. There's no doubt about it. I would be dead
I firmly
today.
believe that. I can still conjure up the faces of the people that stood in my backyard, and I thought, oh my God, who and what is this?
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
They were all drug dealers and drug users,
Yeah.
That I endangered my family and had them around. And, so I just wanted to say thank you, to my mom in front of everybody for the tough work she did. And I love her so much. And, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do today. And I'm very grateful for it. So I hope this helps, guys. Any family members out there that are thinking that their loved one will be angry with them, or anything. I just wanted to take a time to have my mom on here, and this is the queen right here that got it all started. So I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for your support. Share this, comment, like, whatever. And we'll get back to you later. Thank you.